Hello. Grab out your writer's ink. Go to number 108, persuasive paragraph. And what we are looking at is how you fill out your frame with your persuasive paragraph, your persuasive essay. Meow. Meow. Okay, moving on. So, what we did in class today is we broke down this paragraph and what it would look like in the frame. So, so read this paragraph. I'll wait. Okay, good, you're done. You could pause it and then read the paragraph. We talked about how we would fill this out. So the key topic in this paragraph is capital punishment. And then the main idea is why capital punishment should be abolished. And then this writer goes through three main reasons, and that's what you use in your frame. And the first reason that they looked at is killing is wrong. So if this writer were writing this off of a frame, we guessed that this is what the frame would look like. So, killing is wrong. The first main point, 2 wrongs don't make a right. Second, it's a contradiction. And then third, violent and dehumanizing. Notice how I'm not writing my entire essay out or entire paragraph out on the sheety poo, but I'm doing jot notes. The second one was main idea, it doesn't prevent murder. It's not effective deterrent. It's a complex issue. Addresses it doesn't address the root of the problem to help with it. It's the easy way out. And now, the example I gave with this of an idea is there's this ancient story of this village that's near a river. And this is just a Grund side note, what I like to do. And what they start noticing is there's people that are getting trapped in the river. And so they're running and they're pulling people out of the river. And then what they end up seeing is one of the wise people from the community is walking down up the river. And they're like, what are you doing, man? You're not helping us. And he said, well, I'm going to go try to figure out why the people are falling in the river at the first place. And it's a really powerful story and a really powerful lesson how there's always a deeper root to what's going on with humanity and what's going on in society. Individuals will find themselves in a state of being that end up taking another's life. There is a deeper issue there that needs to be addressed and worked towards to be healed. And so something like capital punishment is a quick way out, as opposed to fixing the root of the problem, which our culture has a real hard time doing. Like I always say, I don't think there are evil people. I think there are broken people, and there's a lot of social and personal hurt, deep trauma that cause these difficult things. So anyway, but she ends up going then. This leads her into her main idea 3, which is that capital punishment is final. There's no going back if that person ends up being innocent. And so those are 2 of the main ideas that she talks about in that part of the paragraph. And then her concluding sentence is this idea that to be on the side of life and not death. So that's how I imagine this writer, if they had used one of these bad babies in writing their paragraph, that's what they would have done. Now, I'm asking you to do this for an essay and not a paragraph. So, if I were to take these ideas and make an essay out of them, I could. Over here. So what I would do then is in my introductory paragraph, I would introduce the idea of a really good clear topic sentence of capital punishment. I would probably use that first sentence that she has there as her thesis statement, her main argument. So she might have shifted that up a bit. But my first paragraph would be about that killing is wrong. I would write a whole paragraph on that. So in my topic, my opening introductory paragraph to my essay, I would just touch on each of the 3 main ideas, and then I would put my thesis statement as that last one. And then I would go in the same order that I jot noted on them. Whoops, there you go. I would go in that same order. My first body paragraph of my essay would be elaborating on that first point. So that would be this. I would make the whole paragraph on that one. The second one would be this one, your second body paragraph, and your third body paragraph. And then in your conclusion, you would restate your thesis or your main argument, and then you would put your two most powerful points where you read. This is the last paragraph your reader is going to read. You want that single tear going down their face, and you're like, oh, she's right. Oh, yeah, right? And catches the tear in a bottle and sends it to you in the mail. Weird. Okay. So, and then that last sentence is the clincher. It's that last thing that your reader is going to read that you want to leave them with, and you want it to kind of tug at the heartstrings a little bit. That last idea that you're going to have. Now, you stay on topic. You make sure everything within your essay relates directly to your thesis statement, your main argument, and you keep really focused on that, okay? In this, if I were writing this capital punishment essay, I should not randomly have a sentence on how they should also not have capital punishment for animals, because that's not the focus of this essay. I'm pointing, but you can't see my finger. Bleep, there it is, this one. Okay, thanks for tuning in on this little adventure on writing essays. Hopefully you followed along and used your writer's ink. While you begin this little journey, get out of your own way, sit down with a piece of paper, and just start jot noting ideas on. Maybe you decide to do toxic masculinity. Maybe you decide to do when we allow emotions to have us, with that sort of thing, with Romeo or Juliet. Maybe you're going to look at unhealthy ego. You just sit down and just start writing ideas. Get out of your own way and just write ideas. Then bring out your frame and sit down and start putting those ideas together to organize them. And then you use your frame to write your rough draft. You edit through your rough draft, right? And I would do the same thing with that first rough draft that you do. Just write, and then go back in and to put together. Maybe you might do a second rough draft and then put in together your good copy. There you have it. Welcome to Essay Writing with Grund. Boop, boop.